Hi again then guys, and so we've got another Forza Horizon 3 speed build for you today, and this time we've got a vehicle which isn't necessarily the most obvious as far as the engine swaps go. It's a car which I would have personally expected to have maybe a 700 horsepower option at best, but it's actually significantly better than that, and that allows this car, the Exige, to be a lot faster than I would have initially expected. I would have assumed that a car like this, in a similar way to the Elise and a couple of others, would do maybe 240, 250, but it's actually pretty far beyond that. In fact, it can take on a number of supercars as well. Now, as far as those conversions even go, I'd recommend the V10 engine. In twin-turbo form, you can get a full 1200 horsepower out of it. As far as drivetrain, of course, I'd recommend all-wheel drive. Again, you don't have to, but I would recommend it. You can do stuff like changing up the wings, the rims, that kind of thing if you want to, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend changing the wing setup. As far as the rest, you know the drill. Improve the power, lower the weight, fit your race parts. As you can see, I do actually have a roll cage on this one. You don't have to fit that, but for this one it is quite beneficial. As far as the gearbox, I'd recommend a 3.1 final drive, then individual gears of 2.9, 2, 1.5, 1.17, 0.95 and 0.78. Then neutral camber, neutral toe, as always, 4 degrees of caster, although you could go higher or lower, adjust the camber if you want to, all that kind of thing. As far as anti-roll, we've got those on 25 and 26, springs on 110, 195 and the lowest ride height. As far as dampers, I've got those on 11, 17, 5 and 8. Aero doesn't apply, and as far as the diff, we've got 100%, as I usually do for acceleration, 0 for decel, and it's a little bit more tail-happy than some others in this form, 85% split towards the back end. Now, you don't have to have it that back heavy. You could go all the way down to 70 even, or lower if you wanted to, but that's just what I've opted for to keep that kind of front-end manoeuvrability which a car like this is known for. Now, incidentally, this tune is on my storefront, so you can use the keywords down below to find it, but for now, let's actually take it out on the street to see if it can hit that speed. Now, I would say that in particular, this Exige and also the Esprit on Forza Horizon 3 in particular are not given the recognition and the respect which they really deserve. They are both fantastic performance cars. I would say the Esprit in particular, because although this is a great car, and as you can see here the acceleration is fantastic, it has no trouble getting up around 268, but the advantage of the Esprit is that it's already designed for higher top speeds than something like an Exige is, so it copes with that kind of speed much better. It already has that low, wide, almost supercar style already to its visuals, whereas the Exige is very much so a super sports car rather than a full-on supercar. So if you decide to use this, or also my tune for the Esprit, then I hope you have a lot of fun with it, and of course there are plenty more tunes to check out here on the channel. But for now, as always, thanks for watching.